Hi guys, it's Ray. We are doing a tumbler today, a type that we have not done in a very, very long time because I've been working with all of those fast sets for so long and you can't do certain things with them. So I have a 20-ounce skinny sublimation that I did matte clear coat. This was like a shimmery look one. The matte clear coat took a lot of the shimmer away. Doesn't matter. It won't matter for what we're doing that it doesn't have that shimmer because it's going to get some shimmer put back in. So I think I have everything set. I have some epoxy mixed. I did tint this epoxy purple. If you watched the wrap video, you would have seen where I explained that. It is slightly yellowed epoxy. But I kind of overdid it, and I probably should have found like a paler purple ink, but not the end of the world. We're using purple on this anyways, so it'll be fine. So I do have this cup. I am going to put a little bit of shimmer back in with some touch of violet diamond dust. Diamond dust is like a super fine powder that almost becomes see-through. If you've been with me for a long time, you'll have seen me use it a bazillion times. One little pot goes a very, very long way. So, and I want a good, healthy amount of epoxy on this tumbler. So, let's get to it. I do need to get some new epoxy before I get really, really back into the swing of things. Probably should have mixed up even more. But I'll thin this out and stretch it a little bit. And it'll be fine. So it, not terribly thin, but not terribly thick coat to start. And this one is kind of a getting back to my roots, trying to get back into what I enjoy, swing of things, because I've been out of it for so long. So. Oh, and my other cup just fell off the turner. Hold, please. Well, that was interesting. I haven't had a cup fall off the turner in probably 4 years. Must be I didn't twist it on all the way or something. Anyways, let's see if I can get a glove back on. Good thing I was still in here and hadn't just walked away. Alright, so this is thinned out, I believe, enough. I'm just going to hit it with the torch to level it off and pre-release any bubbles. Okay, so this is going to be an alcohol ink swirl. It's just going to be 2 colors. I am going to use the Pinata Purple Passion and the Pinata Teal. That's it. Just going to keep it pretty simple. Do try and get a drip to go down over your bottom. Or a couple. Alright. I don't know why I'm closing these. I should be keeping them open. Alright. So that's enough for that for now. I am just going to manually tilt it for 1 second. It's not going to flow yet on its own. I'm going to mix up a little bit of white epoxy for a drizzle. I'm just going to use this ocean white that I got from Temu, I believe. I don't honestly remember how much of this I need. Obviously, it's going to be slightly lavender because I made it that white. Or that purple. Oh my goodness. Do a couple more. This is pretty thin. I have a paste one and I'm not sure. Oh, I can see it now, but too late. And I do think I'm going to put a couple more drops of color on. Whoops. That was significantly more than a drop. Okay. So, I'm going to drizzle this on over my ink. And yes, I did get some purple on the bottom. Couldn't remember, had to look. The ink tumblers are kind of where I started tumblers, and they're sort of my roots, and I haven't done one in so long because I got so hooked on turbo, and you absolutely cannot pull off an ink swirl with that I just really, since I'm starting to get back into it, wanted to do an ink tumbler. So what I'm going to do is turn on my heat gun. I'm going to stop talking while the heat gun's on. And I'm going to try and tilt the cup. I don't have a lot of clearance between the camera and my tumbler right now, so I'm going to do the best I can. I'm also going to change the direction of the spin. It's spinning towards me now. I would like it spinning away from me. And you may see me switch it again at some point here. So I'm going to turn higher fan, lower heat, because I don't want to cook my epoxy. And I use a Wagner heat gun. So my highest heat setting, no, my highest fan setting, a kind of low heat. And I'm just going to start bringing it back and forth across. You can concentrate on those white spots if you want. And you can kind of push the epoxy as you go if you'd like to spread some of that color. And it's okay if some drips off the cup onto your table. Perfectly fine. Because you do go with a little heavier epoxy coat to start with anyways. Okay. Now I'm going to switch my direction again. Okay. So honestly, I think I am actually very happy with this. Just a beautiful purple and blue swirl. The bottom. So I'm going to let this sit and turn and dry. And then we will come back and I will decide which decal. I had a decal in my head that I think is going to go there, but now I'm not sure. I was second guessing myself. So that's it. Super simple. I love it. I love some of the texture and things it did in here. The swirls. So I'm just going to let it go at this point. I may reverse direction one more time. Shouldn't make that big a difference, but you never know. So that is it for now. I will be back. Okay, so this is how this looks dry. Looks pretty good. I have a little bit of white showing at the rim at the top, but that's fine. The bottom's good. I'm just going to decal it and call it done for the purposes of this video. I'm going to put the decal here. And I'm going to do the, currently in my WTF era from the Butterfly Lane Designs adult subscription box, which I believe is bi-monthly. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But this is a DTF, so I technically, other than it's a lighter layer of epoxy than I would normally do, this could be done now. And I'm going to struggle with this decal. But it could be done now if I wanted it to be. I needed a pin pen. See if I can get it lifted that way. There we go. So I'm going to do my best to get it lined up straight. You only get one chance with DTFs. They are not repositionable in the slightest. Once they're on forever. The decal would honestly outlast the epoxy in this case, even uncoated. So, make sure you burnish it down really, really well. Now, a lot of people don't realize when they're new to DTFs that there's a second layer to them. This square doesn't stay on the top. So, find an edge. And you can trim the decal down some to begin with if you want. And then slowly, like, fold it over and peel backwards. Something like this with really small pieces, I like to go really, really slow. So if I can see it's catching, I can stop. But this should be fine. So, there we go. That is it. A complete cup. Again, you can coat over it if you want to, or you can leave DTFs uncoated. The one I've been using since Christmas, that's on just a powder coated tumbler, I use every single day. Every single day, and it gets shoved on my work thing, and stuff gets pulled on and off next to it every single day. So, yeah. I do have a couple little bubbles in the epoxy. I will probably coat this again at some point, but that's just going to be a regular clear coat, and it's not going to make a difference in the finished product. So, that is it. An alcohol ink swirl. I love the way this came out. I love these details in here. I think this one's absolutely gorgeous. So, that is it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.